Hey, hi, it's Sarah from Close to the Earth IT Services. And today I want to kind of talk about something a little bit different because I'm thinking about visioning the future. If you've been, well, yesterday I announced that I'm moving to Oklahoma. And yeah, I'm thinking about what that's going to be like. I'm thinking about what that could possibly be like. I've never been to Oklahoma before. My partner got a job there, and so I'm like, okay, life without my dude is not something I'm willing to like do. So Oklahoma it is. Oklahoma, okay. Let's do this. I downloaded iOS 12 on both my iPhone and my iPad Pro yesterday. So maybe we can take a look at that together. Let's see what's up here. I'm just looking at my stream stuff. Then we're gonna add Instagram, and we're gonna chat. I'm gonna chat, and it's gonna be great because hey, I've got something to say about visioning the future. I've done a lot of moves. I've done a lot of like going places, traveling, going on tour, lots and lots of that, both in the US and abroad. And I got something to say about that. So, hey, thank you for watching. I've got the chat up if you've got any questions at all. We're just going to talk about how to create a vision for yourself, how to really manifest what it is you're thinking about, your heart is pulling you toward. And I just want to let you know that that is absolutely possible for you. A bit about myself. My mom's Irish. My dad was Chilean, Mapuche. So I grew up in Minneapolis, Midwestern, when I hit the door as soon as I could. When I was like, how old? 19. I was 19 when I could afford to move out and stuff. And I went straight to Venice Beach. And then that was during the 90s, during like all the gang stuff. I lasted like 6 months there. I moved back to Minneapolis, raised some money, and then moved to New York and went to school a little bit. I dropped out of high school. I got a GED. So I just want to like do a little like telling you who I am and who you're talking to. Let's jump in with Instagram. Ooh. Hello. Let's jump on Instagram. So I'm just going to tell you a little story time here. Story time about me, about my life, and why you can decide whether you want to believe anything I have to say or not. It's totally up to you. But you know what? I just want to share with you guys for a little bit. Come on, dude. All right, we're doing a live video here. Let's bring Instagram in. So, hey, all right. So it's gonna be a little story time. Tell you my life story, because that's what old folks do, right? They tell you a life story. So, so yeah, this is why you might want to believe what I have to say. So yeah, grew up in Minneapolis, very volatile situation. My parents argued all the time. I grew up with a lot of like fighting, quarreling, tension, outbursts, anger, rage, like drinking. My parents like fighting all the time. And it was really, really heavy. It was like a heavy childhood. I discovered alcohol and drugs in like junior high and high school. And then my parents put me in treatment. And I have been pretty much like living a clean and sober life ever since then. Something personal about myself is that I've done so many lifetimes in one. I have 2 albums out. I was on Virgin UK in the 90s. So I had a singing career, and then that kind of crashed and burned. I got right in on eBay, being a reseller. When that kind of crashed and burned, I went through some really hard times because I didn't have any life skills. I went from age 19, cruising around Venice Beach and in New York City and like trying to make it. And then I got signed to a record label with lots of money and like freedom to do whatever I wanted to. Income. I had 2 apartments, one in London, one in New York, at the Chelsea Hotel. So I have been lucky. I am also very smart and very resourceful. I've had great examples. Older women have like really been a great source of inspiration. I've always looked to older women who are like, 10 to 20 years older than myself to give me some good guidance in life. And I really think that that helped me probably the most to like make good decisions and to learn how to live. Because I'm, Mom, I love you, but you and Dad were not great examples of how to have a relationship or even like live a healthy life. So that's okay. We've like moved past that together. But, these older women, especially these older New York women, taught me life skills. They taught me how to work. They taught me how you get along with people. Just through talking to me, like, so somewhere along the line, not through books, this is through like individual connections mostly. And people like saying, you've got to read this or that. But I would not actually read the book. I would listen to the person who had read the book, because a lot of times we don't give ourselves credit for being the amazing human beings that we are, especially if we're someone who is a woman or not listened to very much or whatever, fill in the blank. You probably, unless you're like an old white dude, you probably think, I'm kind of different. This isn't for me. But you know what? It really is. And you've got a lot to contribute and a lot to say, and we all have more to share with each other than we actually think. So I'm in this position where I'm moving to Oklahoma. Let's see here. Hang on. Let's just see if there are any chitty chats here. Show chat. Let's just see, like if there's anything happening, anything. Did I pop out the Twitch chat too? I hope so. Anyway, so here's how I vision for the future, because now moving to Oklahoma, I'm going to have to change my life a little bit. I am an Apple certified tech. I have a business in Malibu, California. So I'm going to be commuting. I also have people helping me. So I'm going to pass my business over to some people who have the same certification that I do. We're going to work together. And I've got a couple of teams that I've joined so that like business is covered. But it's not going to be what it is now. And that I know. So that gives me a pit in the bottom of my stomach that makes me go like, whoa, things are going to change. I'm not in control of them. How do I do this? So how am I going to make life change? I am 45 years old. That means I'm pretty stuck in my ways. I've got my routine down. I've got my surf schedule. I surf on Mondays. I like to surf on Fridays. I like to go out in the water. I like to sup. How am I going to surf? Oklahoma doesn't have a surf. What am I going to do? I am a surfer. I have been in the water every week for the last 12 years. What the heck is gonna be the replacement for that? In Oklahoma, like, what do people do for fun there? That's what I would like to know. So I kind of started looking into that. What can I vision for my future? So this is a gift. Number one, I am the spouse of a university employee. So that means I can go to college for free. I will have to do full-time college, but at the same time, there will be no cost. So I either give up that time and go to college, or I figure something out to do. But that's one option that's come up. The second thing is I'm going to be in a whole new place. So what's there to do there? Like, I don't know. I'm going to find out. What I've thought about, like, things that I've done in the past. I moved to Malibu because I worked for an IT company. And there aren't really any workplaces to really say the least, unless you're a personal assistant, a house cleaner, preschool teacher, school teacher, etc. The like, giving home services, right? And people like, you can't really afford to live there if you do that job. So, what I did was I got my online hustle tight. I moved in 2009 that was kind of on the precipice of when people really started embracing online services and online shopping in a bigger way. So I was right on the front door of that. So I learned how to like vision for myself. And what I've been doing is I've been watching all these reseller videos because I think maybe this might be really cool. I am going to give back. So I start with, let's see. Let me put my iPad up on here and we're going to see iOS 12 too. So what we're going to do is we're going to write a list together, and you can do this exercise with me. So this is an exercise that I'm not only doing it myself, I'm going to teach you how to do it. And it's called getting super specific. So let's go to my screen and we're gonna check it out. We're gonna have like the chats open, and let me get out of my messages. So we're gonna do this together, and it's gonna be awesome because if you use this, you will be amazed. I have manifested my relationship with this method. I have manifested like all kinds of apartments and living situations. I have really, this works. I manifested a car like this. And you'll see with this method, which I swear by, you are going to be super, super, super amazed that it works. So let's go to screen share. We're going to go to video capture device. Let's see what we have for that. Oh, hi, it's me. All right, so we got me in the little box, right? Cool. And then let's go to add my iPad. Where's my iPad? How do you do this again? Display capture. Okay. iPad. All right, let's see here. We're going to go to display. Shoot, I forgot how to do this. You're not a display capture though. Shoot. All right, so we're getting a little, what is this? Input device? Media source? I can't remember what an iPad is. Video capture device maybe? iPad? Let's see. And we're gonna go to, oh yes. All right, so here's my iPad. And what are you? Okay, but let's make this shorter and then wider. Shorter and wider. No, let's not use a preset. We're gonna go, oh shoot. Which one's longer than shorter? Okay, don't give up on me, guys. None of these. Drat. Okay, well, I'll just go to this. Okay, and then I'm gonna be able to change it. So here's my iPad. It's gonna launch. It might have like crappy settings too, and I have a hair in my thing. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. Oh shoot. All right, well, we'll just have some of it escape on the other side. All right. Cool, man. So let's make this bigger. We're gonna go like this. All right. It looks kind of weird. I know. We'll put it over there. Maybe I should have set this up first. Yeah, I probably should have. Oh well, sorry. Okay, so now, okay, we're gonna have to pair the pencil. Is the pencil paired? Shoot, no. All right, well, forget the pencil. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna make a new note. And we're going to call it visioning. Let's just see. I want to see that this is working. So visioning, and I'm going to think of a few things that I want to vision in my life. Hang on, let me log into this Twitch thing because I want to make sure that you're going to actually see me and stuff, you know. And I'm not sure right now. And this is acting stupid. So I just loaded iOS 12 on my stuff. Come on, dude. Just loaded iOS 12 and it's not working super well. So what am I thinking about doing? So on my list of going to school, to college, and I have, what do I want to study? Obviously, computer science. Okay, what makes me feel really excited about computer science? Oh my God. Mathematics, AI. What else is super cool? UX design. Sounds fun. I guess U design, that's cool too. Love U design and UX design. Oh my gosh, electrical engineering. I mean, knowing the electrical is like so interesting. Some electrical engineering. And just to know how stuff works, I think is really important. I had some basics in vocational school, but I think it would be pretty exciting to learn about electrical engineering and how stuff works and just learn some basic mechanics of how to make stuff myself or fix things. So one thing I want to do again is open my eBay store and rock that a little bit more. Amazon, I've got, it's amazing too. Amazon, and then that is called, I think RMA or FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. Thrifting, video production. So I want to build a cool studio. And what else do I want to do? I want to film helping someone, helping people to start out on projects that will help them to pay for school and find success. So that's something I would like to do, is just to help someone to be more successful. I think that would be super cool. So here I'm going to download YouTube. I wonder where my other phone is. I have like my work phone, but I lost it. I mean, I didn't lose it for very long. It's in another room, but you'll find, I'm finding now, and I remember this before, that all of a sudden these stupid little thoughts come and just try to distract you and throw you off your game when you're visioning something for the future. It'll come in and say like, oh man, yeah, something really important. You might have left the oven on. And meanwhile, you really did not at all. So that'll happen where you could just get totally distracted. Like, whoa, it just seems so important to change the batteries in my smoke alarm and test them right now when I'm thinking about visioning the future for myself. Why is that? I don't know. But I notice that it happens. I notice that my mind tries to sabotage me and derail me. And I really don't have to do that at all. Another thing that helps me is exercise. Because when I start using, like, when I start thinking about moving my physical body and breathing in a rhythmic way, which if you're like huffing and puffing, I guess that's a rhythmic way, like trying to get more breath. It really, really helps. So I think that's super helpful to exercise. For me, it makes a big difference. Just checking out my YouTube thing here. I just want to make sure you can see. I want to make sure that you can see my live video and my screen and stuff. There's like a big black thing. I'll get that aspect ratio down. So you want to think about a few things that you want to do. Who do you want to be in this new change? Okay, what do I want to be doing? I want to be doing that stuff. I also want to be doing traveling back home, back to Malibu. So I have a place to stay. I have a co-working space. I have friends. I have exercise. I have a surfboard, at my friend's house. Where do I like to go? What do I like to do? What's going to be part of my routine? Right now, I pretty much like spend all my time in West Malibu, but Malibu's 27 miles long. So I would like to be going more to East Malibu, seeing like what's going on around the downtown area. And when I'm going to be coming back is going to be at the end of summer, like probably September. I'll probably leave in August, spend a month in Oklahoma, and then I'll come back to work. So let's see, that's my life. I've got my place to stay, so I feel safe. I've got shelter. Living shelter covered. Shelter. Living shelter is peaceful and fun. Calm. Co-working space, good connection. Good connection to others. Place to video. And you know, like, just don't worry about the punctuation and shit. Just keep writing. Keep writing. Go with stream of consciousness. Don't make it perfect. So, as you can see, I've got just my generals, and I'm going to fill in my blanks with, like, what I actually want to do. Place to video. What else would I like out of that co-working space? Market my business within the co-working space. So that means I am going to quit WeWork and I am going to go with Regis, because Regis is in Malibu. So I'm going to post up and I'm going to save some money right now, quit WeWork, and then I'll spend my money later on Regis. So I know WeWork is like $45 a month and Regis is like $200 a month. Plus I'm at the Wing, and with the Wing, you can actually put your membership on hold and you can still access the portal and all of the benefits that you get with the Wing, which are a lot and I can't talk about. Oh, hey, hi, Munaf. Am I saying your name correctly? Hey, Munaf. Can I answer a question for you? Let me go back to webcam. Hey, hi. Are you still there, Munaf? Munaf Sikter? Hi. Just waiting for you to chime in. So, like, whenever you're ready, I'm ready. I'd be happy to answer a question for you. Super stoked. So another thing that I've been doing is watching other YouTube videos that are really, really exciting, like picker videos, thrifting videos, resale videos. And I'm thinking, like, what can I resell? Right now, I've got one eBay listing. Oh, let me show you what my eBay item. So let's go to screen share And I'm just going to turn my iPad off. And let me just show you those. So here's my one eBay item. Maybe this is kind of risky doing this. Let me just put a new, I'll just go new. New window. All right. So eBay. Check this out. So I've been working hard on giving people really good deals. Oh, $5, right? So this is my iPad. Brian dropped it and it smashed. So I bought a new one. I bought a iPad Pro used on eBay. I got a pretty good deal on it, but I probably should have just gone for the new iPad. That's $300, but instead I got an iPad Pro 10.7 inch. But that's cool. I'm not sad about it. I really like it. I'm using it right now. It's like in perfect condition. So here the screen was smashed. Everything else is in pretty good condition. And here are my pictures. I signed out of iCloud on it and erased it and stuff. And then here's my screen smash. And I mean, if this sells for $5, somebody's going to be so excited. And then I always answer questions. Where are my answers though? That's so weird. Answer question. I already did that. Okay. So let's see here. Oh, that's the shirt that I want to get. Selling. Let's see my questions. Why can't people see my question answers? It's got like a general one, but I thought I made my answers public and I can't see them now. Maybe other people can see them. Anyway, this is my my Cool Beans iPad that I'm selling right now. I have a MacBook Air that I'm going to be selling, and I have just a bunch of stuff. I've got an iMac. And another thing about visioning, so I've got this iMac that is sitting in the garage. All I have to do is pop some RAM into it and good to go. But I get frozen. I get like frozen with anxiety, and the last thing I want to do is list an item on eBay. I'll get like self-sabotage mode. That's why I need to think big, set some goals, and then go for those goals so that I can just get myself unstuck. Because otherwise I'm just going to be like, in between the ears, flutter. So that's why creating a vision and going for it, going toward it, it just helps you to get unstuck. And it works with everything. And I mean, a lot of times I'll be thinking, I can think really negatively, but I've also seen people like rule breakers, rebels, and people with true perseverance really make it. So when I think about amazing, incredible things, that's kind of like why I told my own personal story of moving out when I was 19 to LA, and then moving to New York when I was 20, and then being a pop star in England, coming back kind of crashing and burning. That was a real failure. For like 18 months of my life, I was just wandering and very lonely, depressed, and just feeling terrible about life. I had lost my dad during that time too. My dad and my record deal in the same 24 hours. That's a huge loss. So instead of, it took me 18 months to kind of get my sanity back, because I just felt so out there. I just felt like such a loser. I really was depressed. And it took me that time to heal, because I went through a very, very hard, very stressful time. So I moved to Minneapolis after that, because I could go back home to live with my parents at 30 years old. And this was 15 years ago when people really weren't kind of like doing that. And so my dad had passed away. But I went back to school. I went for audio engineering, and then at the same time, since I had lived in LA and worked on film sets here and there, and been in the music business, it was like I was Mr. Cool Guy, and I got all of the jobs at the arena. Like, I got right in there, right in the music business, because I just had that cool LA, New York, like, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's kind of like backstage vibe. And I've always been one of those people that's just kind of cool backstage. Like, I don't really flip out when I see famous people. I treat everybody the same, really kindly, no matter who they are. And so I think that's pretty much why I got the jobs. So I did that worked my way through school. I did really well in audio engineering school. I had my doubts because I dropped out of high school. That really hit my confidence. It really, really, really did. And even though I got my GED right away, it didn't feel the same as graduating with my class. And I just felt like a big, giant outsider. So I do not have a university degree. I've taken a few classes at the university level, but I never matriculated. And I have just solo done this. I have done this by myself. And I've had some lean years. I've had some great years. I was a union member. I made some good money. Working in the music business sometimes. Most of the times it was pretty slim pickings, but I did it. So let's just review. So I also worked in the fashion business. I worked as a working professional musician. I was a startup entrepreneur went to thrift stores, bought a bunch of clothes, and then would resell them in Hollywood. So I go into the thrifting areas and bring them to Hollywood. Made money doing that. Made a whole business doing that. And then when I moved to Minneapolis, I started wholesaling. I started selling my concert swag whenever I'd get gifts on eBay. Started my eBay career doing that. And it was like a part-time hustle. Also, after I graduated from audio engineering school, I got recruited. I was working at an Apple store part-time. So I got to transfer and got recruited by the Hollywood Union out here. So I came out to Los Angeles to work in the Hollywood Union. And I was working on a movie premiere and some speakers fell on my head. It was like 1 in a million chance somebody didn't do something correctly. But I was studying Reiki at the time, like just Reiki and meditation and stuff. There was a pole, 2 speakers on it that weighed like 300 pounds each. Myself and my coworker was knocked out. He broke his nose. He broke his clavicle. He had a concussion. Nothing happened to me. I couldn't bend one of my fingers. So I had to go to physical therapy and I couldn't work. And I was on workman's comp for 10 months. So being on workman's comp for 10 months, I took this insurance settlement. It was very small because nothing really that bad happened to me. So I wasn't going to fight for more, because I was already getting off pretty easy. So yeah, I was on an insurance settlement. It was 2008, 2009. People weren't going to concerts. People were losing their homes. So that was pretty scary. I was like, whoa, I've got a free ride for 10 months. How am I going to rebuild? And I just started right with IT. So if I can do it, anyone can. That talent does come from my spirit. It comes from trusting the universe. It comes from believing. It comes from studying, because I'm always studying stuff. Always, always. But yeah, I am a Mapuche, Irish, 45-year-old woman now. But, hey, I was definitely not first in line for all those Google jobs and stuff. I don't think I am qualified now to work at Apple corporate. I doubt that I'd even be able to get a job there. I kind of doubt it. Truthfully, I kind of doubt it. Even though I've made a career now, now here's a trippy thing. I've only been working on Apples I have been for a long time, for over 15 years. 18 years. But I have had my certifications not even for 4 years. I'm in my 3.5 years in to my business, and I'm the number one Apple Tech in Malibu. I'm the #1 IT person in Malibu. And I just teamed up with the #1 person in LA. So we're doing business together. Why is that happening? Because of this visioning. I'm telling you, it works so good. Let me show you again. Let me show you again. Let's go to this. So check this out. Look at my, are you able to see my, here. Can you see my, my screen now? I hope you can. If you can answer in the comments. So visioning. What I do is I go to a very basic, rough idea. And then I build from that. How do I want to feel? How do I want to feel? So if I am traveling back to Malibu, I've got a place to stay which is calm and peaceful and really fun. I hung out with one of my new roommates last night. I've been to this, I was a member of this co-working space last year. I know it's a really nice place with like an ocean view. It's just super nice, super chill vibe. There's some cool entrepreneurs that work out of that office. And I know that it looks really great, so I'm going to have cool videos from there. I've got friends there. Exercise, I can go to surf, walk, beaches. Soul Cycle is there. Soul Cycle. And maybe the gym. I doubt I'd go to the gym. Yoga. I love Michelle Cronenberg yoga. She teaches Iyengar, and I love her to death. I am excited about that. So, surfboard at a friend's house. I know I can surf. Surf. How do I want to feel? So, how do I want to feel? My feelings are feeling at home, feeling loved, feeling caring about other people, feeling connected, feeling abundant, feeling supported, feeling purpose-driven, feeling advocate. What did I say, you guys? Abundant. So that's how I want to feel. So in Oklahoma, I want to feel curious. I want to feel loved and love my partner. I want to feel supportive of him because that's why I'm going, because I love him and I'm not willing to be without him. To feel supportive. I want to feel loyal because that's why I'm going. I'm going for my loyalty. I'm going for my heart. I want to feel that I'm living my values. So I'm now listing my values, living my values of love, compassion, open-mindedness. Because I've got some opinions about who would live in Oklahoma. Who is going to live in Oklahoma? Well, people with like guns as a hobby. How would that make me feel? Afraid, intimidated. People who like Donald Trump a lot. How would that make me feel? Oppressed. So I can go into those fears a lot, or I can decide to live with compassion and trust that it takes everyone to make things interesting. Just going to go back to my webcam super quick because I'm going to wrap up. But this visioning process, I highly recommend it because you can learn so much. You can really learn a lot from yourself, how you feel. Taking inventory of how you feel, yes, that's important, but that's going to change. So while you're in that process of like changing something to how you want to feel, that's what the focus can be on, so that you can use your life experience to do what you want to do. Because you're an amazing, unique expression of divine love and being on this planet. And you have a purpose living right now in these times. These are different times than they were 100 years ago or 50 years ago. This is like a different time. So what are we going to contribute to it? What are we going to do? It's pretty exciting. So I can focus on about how I want it to be, a vision for the future. And like discovering what I want it to be like is a lot more interesting than, oh my God, I'm going to like this red state with like Trumpy gun-toting racists. Where did I get that idea? I've never even been to the place before. So I don't have to be afraid. I can let that go. So that's my own personal experience. I've used this method many, many times, and I really recommend trying it out. All right, so I guess that's it for now. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe. I really will appreciate having you on my channel. That's it.